Everybody, Flash Horizon here with another demo from the recent Steam Next Fest. Today we're looking at the Pegasus Expedition. The Pegasus Expedition is a toy-driven sci-fi grand strategy game set in a key moment for humankind's survival. Facing an overwhelming threat at home, humanity sends expeditions to the Pegasus Galaxy in a desperate attempt to find refuge for the population of Earth. Release date of 2022, that's all we've got. It's been developed by Carla Gamesworks and published by Once Entertainment. So let's dive in. There is music, but there is a musical background to this, but I've turned it right down because of copyright strikes and what have you. Let's dive in. I've not looked at this at all. I'm just going straight in, just first impressions, because it was always the best way to do these types of things, I reckon. Anyway, let me know if you've played. Let me know what you thought about it. The oldest, strongest emotion of mankind is fear. So let me know what you think. If you've played this in this next verse, let me know. In 2022, humanity was at war. A huge sentient and hostile life form known as the Colossals was threatening the Earth, leaving humanity with little choice but to start seeking new refuge elsewhere. The Pegasus Expedition was an attempt to achieve that. The Pegasus Galaxy was hoped to be empty, but it said it was full of life, and most of it didn't welcome the new civilization. The great local power, the Tamanin Empire, soon attempted to stop humanity advancing the galaxy by war. The Battle of Anabar. Can't blame them, really. The expedition was victorious, but ended up destroying an entire colony. Okay. Oh. Right, okay. That's not great. Welcome to Pegasus Galaxy. Welcome to the Pegasus Galaxy Director. Let's start that again, shall we? Welcome to the Pegasus Expedition Director. This is the summer of 2022 demo of the game, with a time skip to a later part of the game story. Ooh, okay. Nice to know. Very well, Grand Admiral Perron. Let's get to it. So we've got minerals, the basic resources used for construction of a unit and structure. All common materials used for infrastructure. That's the kind of catch-all kind of builder material. Rare earth is uncommon minerals, requirements for construction of some advanced units, population, energy, happiness, standard really. Lots of stuff on here, okay. Admiral 6 of 8, governors, let's just go, okay. Let's get to it.
4 days after Anaba, the planet was still burning, but the consequences were slowly becoming clear. We were desperate to achieve at least something, and fast. So when we finally got here, we came in with force and very little patience. It wasn't a real surprise where that led us. The Tamanin Empire was the pinnacle of civilization in the Pegasus Galaxy, and it took us less than a year to put an end to that. To us, this place is just a means to achieve an end. The Tamanin Empress died at Anaba. That victory was a miracle aided by pure luck. Now, we don't need luck or miracles anymore. There is nothing standing in our way. We've gained a foothold, for sure. But to make it permanent, we need to start settling people here. And for that, we need suitable worlds.
Empress Intan Solik is gone, along with most of the Tamanin Anabar fleet. Nothing on the surface or the orbit of an admin survived. So basically, my first impression is that makes us no better than the things that are destroying our Earth. We're no better than them. I immediately dislike the people I'm playing because we've basically marched into a galaxy, wiped out the native species. Exactly what these colossals are doing to us. I immediately dislike all of these people. I'm not sure that should be really how I feel, but you do. You think, well, we're no better than what we're running away from. Planet blown up alright, and killed the Empress we were supposed to capture. A big chunk of our land force was too close to the planet too. So what the hell happened there? Nobody told me we were going to do that kind of thing. We weren't. That wasn't entirely planned. We knew the shielding system was powered by the planet's core and overwhelmed it. We were softening up their shielding structure. The rest was a complete surprise. Which one do we want to go for? Yeah, let's go with that. Let's play dumb. See, so one could say that was a very lucky accident, but it hardly matters now, Miss Stewart. It's war and these kind of things happen. I really dislike these people. I do, because basically we're running away from our own planet because it's been subjugated by another alien race. We've now marched into another galaxy and done exactly the same thing, but much more success because we've blown them all up. Okay, well, yeah, but you can occupy a planet or blow up a planet, Dr. Learns, and we just did that. We are setting a precedent here, and it ain't a pretty one. Exactly. Perhaps even the situation with the Empire has developed rapidly in recent days. They don't have a clear heir to the throne. What's the situation in the Anabar system? Is there anything left worth noting? Yeah, let's go with that one. Well, a big part of the planet's outer core detonated itself once we overloaded the planet-wide shielding system. I won't go into detail, but it's pretty ugly, you know. Debris remains floating all around. Anabar is gone for good. Unfortunately, some other planets may support minor outposts, but Anabar's system has completely lost its significance. Oh dear. Okay. Very well. So what now? No, most certainly not. Their chain of command was very centralised around the Emperor, so without her, they seem to be struggling to remain functional. Given that there were rumours of more than 3 claims to the throne, all backed by some formations of the army, for the moment it looks like we are no longer considered their problem number one. Really, even after Anabar, that's almost a little insulting. So what now? What's going to happen inside Empire program remains to be seen, but the second in command of the late Empress Solik, Admiral Arak Harani, remains actively hostile to us. Are you surprised? Come on, you've just blown up a colony and killed a boss. Of course it's going to be a bit hostile. That's understatement of the century, that is. He has rallied the remains of the Anabar fleet group behind the front lines and is clearly planning a counter-offensive. My first impression is I really dislike these people. I really dislike them. It's like they're not very nice people at all. His chances of success shouldn't be good given the losses we've inflicted. Can't blame him for not trying though. Though knowing when it's time to give up would be good too. Admiral Arak Harani and Ori was a close associate of the Empress. It's likely to be more loyal than the rest of their top brass. He has to be quite upset. Again, understatement of the century there. So for the moment, we should prepare the best we can to face Arak's counter-offensive. That's what we'll do then. So our efforts to establish some infrastructure in the Pegasus system need your attention. We won't get many chances to get ourselves set up upright, so please see to it. Okay. Open the planetary construction view. Click on the floating card of a planet or a moon to open the planetary construction window. Use the mouse wheel to zoom closer for a better view of the cards. You can also view the planetary structures in a cell system owned by the factions. Okay, understood. Okay. So, unstable magnetic fields, gravitational pull, no minerals. So am I opening a particular one? Habitable. Hazardous. Buildable. Ship graveyard. Desert world. Gecko 1. Barren, no minerals. Hazardous. Gecko star system. So, natural beauty. Okay. Build an outpost. Find an outpost. Click on the outpost card to find the new outpost. Each outpost type contains different structures that are shown as small icons in the corresponding card. Hover over the building and see what they are. Okay. Over the details. Let me do that again. So, each outpost type contains different structures that are shown as small icons on the corresponding card. Hover over a building icon to see the difference. Power plant. Finish. Produce energy, stored power units. Lab. Scientific research. Lab. I think it's going to have to be a military outpost because we're in the middle of a war here. Tiers of habitation. These are 3 levels of habitation we can have on planets and moons. An outpost, a settlement, and a colony. Outposts are more the most common and can be built almost anywhere. Settlements can only be built on planets or moons that can properly support human life on some level, making them harder to find. Settlements can have more specialised buildings and produce a much larger resource income than the outpost would once properly developed. Colonies can be built on planets and moons that are fully compatible with supporting human life. These are exceedingly rare in the Pegasus Galaxy. Okay, so settlements can be built on planets and moons. That construction time. Okay. You can see how many turns it would take to finish construction of a structure. Okay. So, star system, so military outpost. Power plant. So what are we doing now then? So, Gecko 1, no, that's not what I want to do. Return. So if we go back a second, rebuild outpost. Can we settle to a settlement? Okay. So we've got 3 of 3. So if I go into here, build 3 outposts. Oh, okay. Got to build 3 outposts. Habitable, hazardous, buildable. Okay. Rare earth rich, ship graveyard. Can't be built on. Hazardous plants can't be built on. Some hazards can be ignored. So we can't build on a hazard. We can't build on there. Hazardous, buildable. Hazardous, buildable. Toxic atmosphere. Can we upgrade to a settlement? This alien ruins. Buildable. A power plant mine, obviously, because yeah, it's resource rich, so we'll build on that. Built one on this plant, built one on the. Okay, so you've got built 2 on this moon. Okay, oh, okay. Right, so that's that one. Got one more to do because here, because the quest up here, so I've got build one more. Hazardous, 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 hazardous. Buildable. We've done that one. Buildable. So let's just go back a second. What's this actually going on here? No minerals, unstable magnetic field. Okay. So we've got one military, we've got one industrial. What do we want here? Research. Okay, return. Entering or exit star system. Click here to enter or exit this active star system. Alternatively, you can click the button on the star map that appears below the star when you're hovering over it. Use the return button in the same place as zoom back out to the star map. Okay, I do like the guided tutorial to take you through. That's very good. Combat with multiple fleets. When multiple fleets are in combat, both sides pick one to send into battle. If the attacker loses, the losing fleet is removed from the selection, marked with a skull icon. Both sides pick a new fleet for combat. If the attacker is victorious, defeated, loses all their fleets and must retreat. Any fleets that can't retreat are lost. Okay. Fleeing from a conflict. Click here to flee from conflict. If there's nowhere to flee to, your fleet is destroyed. Okay. Auto combat. Okay, cool, fine, pretty standard. Here to start conflict resolution, you will be prompted to select your strategy before combat begins. Okay. Okay. Combat strategies. Before the battle, you can choose a strategy by choosing. Start by choosing frontal assault. Okay. Battle groups are now using frontal assault strategy and have formed their battle groups based on that strategy. Now switch to hunting detachment strategy and see its effect on the battle groups. So you'll do. Okay, I'm trying to read this down here while I'm at it. Okay. All means okay. Choosing a strategy, making it preview different strategies to find the best one in the current battle. Switching to lightning. Oh, hang on. So, okay. Start the battle. Okay. And present. Okay. So we're going in. Lightning strike, scatter defense. So basically, we watched them. If we overwhelm them, basically, victory imminent. How far can we get and see what they're doing? It's as close as we can get the bright lights on the screen. Okay. Enemy present. They're now going to head off over there. Now, so I'm assuming once you're in battle, you can't change strategic uncontested. Okay. They're fleeing. If a fleet wins a conflict while attacking it, neutralises the system and it will be captured. If the system can be held for a turn, after each faction can build in that settlement. Understood. Command controls. Yep, fine. Okay. Main quest, side quest. What am I doing now then? Okay, so it's end turn. Yeah, it's very difficult not to feel any kind of... I suppose you're meant to try and feel sympathetic to the plight of the human race, but then I don't, because basically we've just invaded another galaxy and started killing the people that live in said galaxy. It is kind of like, yeah, you get conflicted. And I should feel select a moving fleet. So you can select a fleet by click on its icon, stop all the cards below, hold control to select all fleets present and shift them or remove them from the section. You can move your selected fleets along the lanes between stars, right click on the nearby system. Okay, understood. Expand here. Okay. There are units in your fleet in their current condition. When the fleet is in the system that provides unit construction, you can build new units. Okay. You can build new units by clicking on the first empty unit slot that has a star icon. Okay. Equipment. This is your fleet's equipment. They are improvements which you can attach to the fleet for a cost. Further allows your fleet to specialise. Allows you to specialise the fleet for certain types of combinations. While the fleet is in a system or units can be constructed, you can click on the enemy. Okay, there's a lot to take in. Okay, right. This is your flagship, fleet's flagship. If the fleet's strongest unit commanded by the fleet's admiral, if a flagship is destroyed, while the fleet still has other units of replacement flagship are automatically provided for the admiral. Okay. Okay. Here you can disband the entire fleet and dismiss admiral, permanently lost. Okay. Okay. While fighting over a system, both sides pick a fleet to be used for the battle. If the defender wins, the attacker has one more, and the attacker has one more fleet. The attacker can try to attack the remaining fleet. If the attackers manage to win, defenders. Okay. Yeah, we know that. Okay. So they've got a lot. So this is quite big. So we've got total control, total command power of units. Okay. So we've got combination 47. We're going to flee from this because they've got way more than us. So let's flee. Did I do the right thing? Turn 26, the Earth War Council. So the Earth War Council, the EWC for short, has been summoned. It's the main corporation body with our allies in the expedition, with the military leaders of all three fleets present. This means Admiral Elodie Perron will be our representative. Very well. Welcome, dear colleagues. We called this meeting to decide a common stance towards the remnants of the Tamanin Empire. We've been at war for months. What is it exactly to be decided? Well, There have been some internal developments in the Empire. Admiral Arak is bitterly fighting against the Zeus-linked fleet around Anabat, but the rest of the Empire has now officially collapsed into a civil war, caused by us. This makes it easier for us, doesn't it? Well, we've got some quite clear signals that the rest of the now de facto independent warlords don't feel Empress Solic's war against us is really their war. Apart from the Admiral Arak of the Hanar clique, they don't consider themselves to be at war with us. Well, Arak's resistance remains rather stiff for now. It's indeed it'd be better to pick them off one by one. Let Lodi decide. Moving the click will be a lot easier if we decided to interpret this issue similarly, so that our war with Sulak and their allies, not the whole Tamanin civilization. Well, I agree, it makes sense. I still believe we could take over most of the Frum Empire in the long run, though. Well, we should change our official interpretation of the situation later, once the time's right. Correct. There's nothing stopping us from renewing hostilities at a late point, even if we now decided to accept their stance as not being part of the war. Good, so we'll recognise their new territory for the time being. We're horrible. We're just really, really horrible people. This portal opens technology research window where you can build various technologies to be researched. Click on technology, key to research. If technology has prerequisites, they will automatically queue up. That's good. I like that. So basically, if you want something down here, it'll automatically research everything before. I do like that. The research is science research, or research using science resource, which is generated by laboratories. Okay. So we've got to make sure you've got research queued up. Okay. So if I click, so the research in black hole reactors requires harvest black hole. Okay. And turn. Main quests. Defend against the Hanar. Defend against Hanar click. Stop the counter-offensive by focus on left, focus on the area. So what am I doing then? What do you want me to do? These guys have a fleet. Okay. Part of me thinks we should just march and invade him then. The Hanar clique. Construction available. Okay. Okay, so fleet. They are much bigger than us. Repair fleet. Garrison fleet. Conflict at Pokar. We could lose this, but I want to fight anyway. I don't know what to do here. I am going to fight. Might be a mistake, but centralised defence. Centralised defence. If I could hold the line. Centralised defence. Layer defence. Hold the line. Scorched earth. What does that mean? So we got centralised defence. That I don't know sure what this 20% thing means. Would be helpful. Scattered defence. Layer defence. Hold the line. Centralised defence. Let's start with centralised defence. Okay. Start combat. Okay, this could be a defeat imminent. This is I can do missile salvo. Defeat imminent. Retreat. We can retreat from combat. Yep. Okay. Unit turn 27. Okay. So it looks like Admiral Axe counteroffensive is going to be over soon. It's not like they had any real chance to begin with. He's firstly quite devoted to avenging, and by select back out, apparently the rank-and-file are starting to lose faith. Believes that even with their desertions, there are enough resources to remain upon for a long time unless we do something appropriate, decisive. What would that be? Killing the guy or taking over his capital? Either should have proved to everyone that his resistance is over. I prefer that option. It's hard to do diplomacy if you're known to plot murders of your enemies. I wasn't suggesting, just saying that's what do it. Since no other Tamlins have shown much interest in continuing so yeah, good. When we have this on our system, finish off on our clicks remain shouldn't take that much effort. Capture on a system, so I need to, if I go, what fleet have I got here? So I can go multiple fleets. If I go, so what do I need? No, so fleets, capturing the system, so what I want to do, I want to think system. Okay, and turn. So we overwhelmed them. We're going to fight. Absolutely. We'll fight that. Okay. Cautious advance. Frontal assault. 20%, that's what it is. 20% before each threshold. Okay. Right, that's what it is. So, yeah. Lightning strike will put us like that. Stage assault. Stage assault, let's just go, let's pick them off one by one. Let's start that one. Let's go with stage assault. No, it's very costly victory. Let's go stage assault. Okay. Now let's go cautious advance through frontal assault. Yeah. Full frontal assault we'll do one by one. We'll overwhelm them with sheer weight of numbers. Missile voted 5 missiles MR to be target planet. And then that's imminent. Then are they going to move next? There we go. Okay. Winning the battle by sheer weight of numbers. Frontal assault. That's their group. Guerrilla group, yeah. Cruiser frigate. So you can see, look at it. Pause a sec. Let's just take a quick look at what's going on here now. Cruiser, artillery. We're all losing quite a bit, aren't we? Evenly matched. It's quite an important battle, this is. We're watching flashing lights. Command beacon feast was evenly matched. We could lose this. Defeat imminent. Oh no! Losing the battle. Defeat imminent. Retreating. Yeah, we lost. Oh no! Dratted. Okay. So that the first fleet lost through. I don't know how. It wasn't my incompetence. We'll fight again, shall we? Attack group 1, attack group 2. Cautious frontal assault, hunter detachments. Lightning, let's go lightning strike. Let's go lightning strike. Okay, go that one. Start the combat. Okay. Yeah, you couldn't join it, people. Don't be shy. Yeah, I think the first fleet did the damage, and the second fleet have polished them off, I reckon. Yeah, sheer weight. There's no strategy. It's just sheer weight of numbers. No strategy involved at all. Just overwhelm them with the number of ships, because eventually they'll run out of ships to shoot at you with. Capture Hunnor system. Where's the Hunnor system? There. Able to attack this system. Let's send them, all of them in. They're here. Okay, let's attack again. Let's fight. Okay, if we go lightning strike again. Let's start the combat. Let's kind of speed it up a bit. Victory imminent. Missile salvo. Okay, we lost that one. Dear dear. Let's go with you next. Fleet of Pattern. Fleet Pattern, let's go with you next. Can I send you next? Yeah, you're next. Fight. Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult to kind of whether it's got lightning strikes. So combat power is current combat power 1.8, and that's combat power 1.27. And I look at this one. Strike group combat power 6. So we should overwhelm these. Let's just go lightning strike again and go start the combat. Let's kind of speed it right up. Yeah, this is your weapon. Victory. Done. What's next? Got enough movement points. Let's end the turn then. Because these are all the different. It reminds me of Stellaris and stuff. This little map face. These are all the different parts we're fighting on. So go back. Let's fight. Garrison. Let's fight. Let's go with centralised defence. Hold the line. Layered defence. Let's go with 2 big blobs. Enemy present missile salvo. Plus easily matched. Easily matched. Defeat imminent. They have to delay the attack then. Defeat imminent. Come on, hold the bar. Victory. Wow. Okay. flee, because there's no flee, we can't hold that. Okay, confirm. We've lost that. It's interesting. There's a lot of tactics around this. It's very, very difficult. The last front. So, given our situation going on in the boss system regarding some X-Raw clan male strike fighters are still resisting our occupation with guerrilla hit and style run tactics. The Tamarin has famously had trouble pacifying the systems. I can see why. What we should respond to somehow. Yeah, let's win the population over. Okay, so we'll show them that we're to spend let's spend money on them. Good. So, military-wise, let's have a look. So, where's my fleets? And I'll click. So, kind of, what have you got there? You've got 7. So I want to send you to there. No path available. Go to there then. Okay, you've got. So you need to repair fleet. Repair fleet. Repair fleet. Repair fleet. What have you got there? You're there. What fleets have I got? In conflict, where are you? Well, that's my fleet's gone. So if you down there, my fleet's got dotted about up here. The Raw clan. So you're there. Where's that then? Hang on. So, but I'm trying to think where everybody is. Koran, so where's that one? Where are they? So Zocca, I wish you could find out. Oh, there you are. So you're there and you're there. Okay. Right, end turn. Yeah, we'll fight this because we'll overwhelm with the sheer weight of numbers. They've gone with centralised defence. Let's try staged assault. Let's try staged assault. Start combat. It speeds up a little bit. Defence, that's pretty. It's going to be over pretty quickly. Speed them up. 4th stage, you haven't got involved yet. Okay, that's done. Victory is ours. They've gone to there. Can we follow them? Garrison fleets. If I go to there, we're still going to overwhelm them. Not have movement points. Okay, they're still repairing. Okay. Diplomat. Okay. I'm still torn on the idea that we're fleeing because our own planet's about to be taken over, and I'm currently involved in annihilating or getting rid of a species of the host star system. It just seems like we've become exactly what we despise. Flee. Okay. Confirm. Right. Right. Okay. So we need to have back over, don't we? So late 29. Repairing, fleet on standby. Okay, so how many you've got? You've got. Can I get you down to here? Okay, how do I get down here? How do I get you down? How do I get you from there to there? To there, you can do something at once. Okay, repairing. Put it on standby. What have you got there? Okay, and fight. Okay. Let's go with lightning strike. Armies allowed. Let's just go with that. And go. over the roll with the sheer weight of numbers. Cool, that was easy enough. Right, where are they now? So it's Honor, it's down here, the Honor capital. How long is it saying you lot to prepare, be prepared? Preparing and turn. As this is blocking off passing, so their 2 fleets are down here. So they either can go up there or come this way. So I suppose it's kind of like, I suppose it's a game of trying to block off passive retreat. Again, there's not a lot of build so far. We've done a lot of fighting. We haven't done a lot of actual base building. This reminds me very much of Stellaris. This does. It is a gameplay. Turn 30. So we've achieved great things here militarily. When jumping into a completely new environment like we did a year ago, there's always a risk that your capabilities aren't up to the circumstances. No doubt that personnel, the people are safe, as fired up as ever, but I did admit I did doubt our material. Why is that? We've been at war for decades. These ships and weapons have been tried and tested. I did too. It's situated will look. Ambitious design for its purpose, and those purposes are different here. Our aims are different, so our needs are different. And luckily, they are not as different as they could have been. Our weapons work. Our shielding systems designs work. They could be better though. Well, for sure, they could always, I believe, allocate some staff to find new ways to improve them. But better ships designs don't win you the war, even in the battle. When the ship is good enough, improvements beyond that become more and more trivial. Basically, we don't need the best ships, and we just need good ships quickly enough at a reasonable price. Turn 30. Okay, so can we build stuff? Hired Admiral. I can't any more Admirals. I can hire Admiral. How do I do that then? Zeus Link. Hired Admiral. Personal. Requires a system with a fleet built with a built fleet base. Okay. A system with a built fleet base. He's got one. View. Command beacon, build an outpost. Military outpost. Okay. If I come out of that now, how do I get out of this now? I still can't do that. So how do I build a base then? Enter the system. How do we build a fleet? Fleets. Have I maxed out on fleets? Operatives. Yeah, it's not been enough on actual building stuff. You are what? You are a icons. Trying to work out how I can see you or what. You can build stuff here. Fleet name, build a base. It's difficult to see where my fleet bases are. There we go. Hiring officers. Okay. Cost. Form a new fleet. Admiral. You'll do. Right, how do you then go out and build a fleet now? Expand. Carrier. So we want artillery, and then we want Harriers, frigates. Okay, and one more then, that'll do. Okay, so okay, and then hire an admiral. Let's have you, and let's just then do the same again. So I'm going to hire you with not that. I've no idea if it's any good or not, but we'll see. Right, okay. Right, and let's now go down here to capture Honor system. So you can you come down to here? You come down to here. And you come down to here. We'll fight there. Okay. Let's go with frontal assault. This gets over and done with quickly. Overwhelm them with sheer firepower. Sheer weight of numbers should do the trick. They're fleeing. Okay. Next to you, kind of join them there if you can't, not room for friendly fleets. Let's go down there then. Got enough movement points and turn, okay. They're exhausted. Okay. Yes, it does remind me of Stellaris. Bit like a cross between Stellaris and Galactic Civilization. It very much seems to be like your interaction with your planets is really not massive. We are now at war with the Ikar clan. Understood. Who are they? Who are they at the time? How do you find the Ikar clan? Enemies. Where are they? How do you find where they are on the map? Control Bic. They're in Bic. So where's Bic? Yeah, this would be easier. Must be if it's easy to use. Is that you or what? Works Expeditionary. Portal to Sell. You and Bic, whoever that is. Auckland. Yeah, this would be easier. This would be nice if it was easy to find your way around. The Anoa. Off an alliance. Yeah, if I'm missing, this could be easy if you can find whatever devil everybody is. House of Ruffin. Raw Clan. Bic. Where's Bic? Capital, Bic, Relations, Output. Own System 16. Where the devil are they though? How do you find basically how do you find where they are? That could be interesting if that was easier. So Noah and is that the sign there? Is it? Yeah, it is. Yes, I'm looking for that thing. So I'm looking for that thing. Okay. Where the devil are they? Don't know who they are. Oh well. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's just worry about catching this lot then, shall we? Into there. Into there. Into there. Why can't I want to choose? I don't know. I want it auto. When do I want to? Alright, let's auto do this one. Diplomat. Okay, they're done. That's that done. Let's can you. I only do pathways to that one. Let's get you. You're fresh. Let's get you. You to there. You've gone after there, aren't you? Okay. Not enough movement points. Okay. Let's get you up there to tie that up there then. We'll auto solve that. Victory imminent. Job done. They're fleeing. Okay, anything else for anybody else? Up there, they've got a fleet up there. Could do with getting down here somehow. The War Clan. Into there. Auto that, because, you know. Okay. Okay, and then we'll do that time being there. Right. And we've got those two. They're being built at the moment. Right. I'm going to put a cut just in here. Let me know what you think about it. It's an interesting game. It is interesting, but it's difficult. It reminds me a lot of Galactic Civilization in the way that your interaction with your planets is minimal, and it's more about looking at the map on a grander scale. I think I think there's an awful lot to do. I think there's an awful lot to do in terms of base management. System management. I mean, enter the star system. I think there's an awful lot to do as to like what you've got, where everything is, understanding where you can build things. Where you, for example, it's where your fleet bases are. So where your military, all that will appear somewhere. So it's fascinating. It is interesting. I'm not sure I like the storyline where you've got all these guys here. Power plants complete, victorious. You know, it's. I'm not sure the storyline where we're fleeing because the Earth's about to be taken over, so we're coming in and we're taking over somebody else's galaxy off them. It's kind of like what have we learned from our own experience. But yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting little game, and I've quite enjoyed this. But anyway, let me know what you think. If you've played the demo, let me know what you think of the demo. There's no release date for this yet. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little look at the Pegasus Expedition. And as I said, let me know in the comments what you think. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. And as ever, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.